Now, you would have thought today the NDC should have at least considered one decision or the other because of in in the past. Right now, it's giving more credence to the MPP, right now the vice president, just because of the fact that the NDC said certain things that it was not actually going to be true. Imagine that in your car and you're asking for people for money to buy fuel. In the end, they'll find out today as something kind was actually for you to get certain income, some money, some revenue generated out of nowhere. Then Rabbi, you use it for one casa parochial interest. But in the end, you've deceived them. So right now, I want to ask one question. What are they actually doing to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? What is actually their profit? Now, eba Ghana mayimo yewo esom bebre a ibinum bebre no na from time immemorial no wa Ghana ha chere ntino or part and parcel of us. Ebonwu de obi or Muslim yi, ebonwu de obi or Christian yi anade okọ asor obi so wo ha also abosum sor. Nti chere of course some yebeka the Christians, Muslims, not traditionalists. Even though there are these three main religions for Ghana no. Na Brena being an yenya one or two things to be occurred within the religions. Now be no obi to makada back then before no. Never know too much one agent there. Oh, I'm a Christian to the Muslim means they be because of assuming no. But now no, you come to contemporary or modern world now. You can see that the Christian no, the Muslim no, they want to coexist together and be peaceful. Because see, the world is preaching peace. Abadinti be a Christian. Osansu yimpa moja wonumu ozinumu afusan. At the same time, the Muslims are the same thing. Okay, man, no, on to no unite another on work at the same place as all Christian you are. Right now, no, in the modern times, it is not considered as a problem because of the fact that we have crossed that path. Before, not a problem, just because of differences. No, one or two people be away. But now, we thank God so much. In fact, some of these things to work. Now, Brenda bringing out, they want to make sure that the very core of all the values as Ghanaians is mostly preached abroad and make sure that Ghanaian flag is waved up high. Now, that means to me, it's actually part of our modern oil world and the news as Ghanaians. But oil there, we've just had former President Mahama within this period of time, be around 2017, it was actually kind of like against all Muslims. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is also a Muslim. Now, even though there's some Muslims who will take it lightly because of the fact that Osha and somebody may see my paying or kana, I am Piabi Kakra, and baby was out for none issue. But I and then he has every opinion and he has every choice to make with regards to Insama Bakakano. But Ghana no yanam famuza freedom of expression it has actually something attached to it today. Say a bakaka kawon sama are they careful. Them rabbi orientia obi ne right and obi ne freedom. Say obi a Muslim on your choice. Actually, it becomes a choice when you decide to actually to stay in the religion after you are 18 years. Now, say obi one or the two Christian Suma. He doesn't have a choice. Time but if he decides to change it, then he actually has that choice to make. It is up to the person. But mostly people become all Christians and Muslims and traditionalists by virtue of that. One mama for one papa for I will follow a summa woman into the mom of Flamonos when or that kind of training. And it's actually good because all the religions they preach love. All the religions they teach longevity, cleanliness. I mean, it's next to godliness. What there? Nyimpa ode dzihuny ode kira do ode kitebi adimo bi e wona nyama papa biara our Christian sumo the same thing I also found in Muslims, the same thing I also find within the traditional or the side of things. Inti it is actually to help us to coexist freely. But abadi de it's going against a particular brother who is supposed to be considered as obia over the period of life has become the vice president. Ghana so far no one vice president or a Muslim. This is the second time a vice president or a Muslim. But this is also another timer he's about to contest to become a presidential candidate for a political party. Now, back then around 2007, 2008, and then I walked to oil flag bearership, which is actually 2007, and then I done Kakufado offer. people would have suggested there the vice president as at the time, or Gentle Jack, another the former president Ajekum Kufuor, or the vice, or the late Alhaji Ali Mahama. And Kolonanka at least being the vice president, or the at least Otumun Onya, or more credence, and the opportunity to become the next flag bearer. But voting is voting, and it's democracy. So you have to garner more support and vote. And as at the time, I think that when Tuman sell the personality even more. Certain things did not go in favor of him. And actually that time, it was after 2000, before that time, there was some kind of unrest. In first time, as at 2004, or the crowd call 2008. Actually, if you really want to sell yourself, you have to be able to man up. That is what I think, and what Ghanaians beings word there. Then I often the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They have really helped, and the team of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has really helped to make sure that the personality and then is being voiced abroad. And that is actually something which is a plus for him. No wonder a contender like Ken Akupeko Japan, who has been in the party for quite a long time, who are waiting to know parliament as at this particular time, I mean, you can say, 23 years, next year, about 24 years now. He has been in parliament for a long period of time, but he was not even able to at least get the voter or Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, just because of the fact that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia used the come messy opportunity, being a vice president or that one way. And that is what it's all about. You have to make sure that garner all the support that you have, that's the votes that you want. Then you'll be able to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Because politics is all about interest. But the political party will interest. Personally, you also have interest. Until when your interest and other one ambitions, it forms in line with a political party, then you want to make sure that that man will happen. But it's also dependent on you. There can say maybe no another all year on year in line with the party. Believe you me or not, if you are an individual, let's say it's the party name, another you are within the party, that can say which is against the party's or your principles, another what the party represents. They will write a letter from their general secretary, and believe you me, if you don't take care, they will take you out, they expel you. It has happened in history before. It has happened to oil educated fisherman, oil Alote Jacobs, who used to be oil central regional or friend constituency chairman for oil the National Democratic Congress, NDC. If you have to take care of whatever you have to say, it is very important. But say in painful be them, now they are trying to say something against Obi Asebe. On bro, on Biara. Now because of the fact that oil vice president, Nasi se wonya konya, he will never become the presidential candidate for the new patriotic party. You have to just leave him alone. I think that the NDC and the people in the NDC will have to now focus actually more on manifesto campaigning to be able to give the vibes to all Ghanaians who want to rally behind them, because a lot of Ghanaians like the NDC, so as a lot of Ghanaians also like the MPP. Into say two na can some neck and net on what manifesto no another personality ni it becomes easy for you. But if you are on the trajectory, then you konye biara balambas or ye obia or your content and another opponent. Not today. You are dealing in red herring. Red herring campaign in Kusina warrior. They are not attacking red herring. They are not attacking the personality. They are not attacking the message. They are attacking the personality. You are not attacking as someone. You are attacking his personality, just to be able to reduce his credence. Then I will not elevate what it. But you know so far. Now Sheikh Imam the same double to go. And or Sheikh came with that some na okwechi pa. Na na baby now friend Sheikh Mumuni, Sheikh Abdul Mumuni. Na nsemi wakaka kan in controversy to in some attitude with in some Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no about to go. In the interview, no Bebo in Sembi Ninyodo, and some no very interesting. One man connected to Asama or a shake or the two to go.
Chief Imam, point well noted that Fayan Koyan, Nami Pesa while reacting, Tina made the two when you so this is the first time in our fourth Republican democracy. Ye ko abatwa ye who say, Obi eye Muslimini, Ena Hedayana, other contestants, Elsubeye Christian for. Enti mame mika yin say na esasa ye Christopher mu nkremufo Buddha for Hare Krishna for can say abosomfo ye hwe na ye hu ekasa This is the first time a BBC ever. Intina, we were just a novelty. How? Say necessary sikasa you see every wukutamu efa. Because maybe actually say and some no beje heat kakrabebum. Timmy Bissau.
Baja and some baja pia mum. And some baja pia mum. She about me. And son and Nima meaning saying, and son will be Pierre free. Let you my dear old baby people be a thing. I am 4 months, 10 days, oh, Nima be and son will be about one. You know, Uncle Sama.
You will go as over the chief mum.
Then can't say Uncle Boy will baby. Missing Uncle Party said, and the acquired numbers of the
because a woman Uncle Party says, oh, the mamma.
Yeah,
I see.
The she not Imam will fear Yananan way Imam. A central Kramo Imam. And obey one name before sorry. And she said, Uncle Party said, what about the skinny? Would you skinny? Obey Henny? Would you hear me? Over the president? Would be president? Over there is a Nina, she said the man at town over the choir Nambina, and Uncle and she said, and whatever we have. Uncle said, and a young couple de Amano, and the Uncle said, and Muslim, or Baye, inshallah, or Baye, president there. Sana, young couple Amano. Yeah, and that's I didn't say, I'm you. We do Sika, when you're the Sika, Mayan one boy, also bonfire saying, I'm a Monius Kennedy, Memoyana, or Yazis Kana, I told you some Nukuran, I'm a man in someone, why a bonnet, a chair young. Yakup on the Buena, a dear by Yati. Yakup of Frey Kuranama was Yahan in Nipe, so a Christian, so on your Muslim. So you wait, Yakupo address here and there. I did a nipe.
Christopher was also be person or most mosques. Ababeji imam for ni sheikh for Muslimisha. No one name Muslim for Abekasa. And also so no beji no man so abem.
Ah, oh Mobada, you know, but no I say Presby 75 years. Presby Swami, Presby New Swami, and rather call. The Taco Masori them, one of Baba ever invited me no more be brave. Me call Methodist, Swami Methodist, Panino and or church Pania or Sophie Panino or what all time. What do you say? Oh, yeah, bear transfer, no, yeah, bear money farewell, no. Almost friend, I'm sorry, them. You could be a Jumadia, you can't sorry them or Nadia, you quiet also. I dear, my home, and I say, and one now for a Meridia, a cop bass. You couldn't crufobia, yes, so many jihad for Omo Swami. Omo Swami has said the Katia say Morgan, Diana, Yero. 1% combo busan and Zembi. No matter this, I sorry that not almost yeah convinced you better, you better. And one best friend say, almost I say, almost could busan at them. Not so, a quadra. Same say, and I can bonnet. The way I call by, yeah, that's uncle who we no more. We had the for no. More gang Kasa no Omoko and Omkoji microphone no. Eho San Omodin to Kwana Echo. Bere Omo say Omo ya no. Eti baza na ye kisi yin about it hero. Your friend Ali, Ali. Omo say normal. And the police were bad. Ali no dey say na fast mu tirabremu. Okujana down for Kwayo and the children. I live from back. And the children see a pen of Cobate. I am like them by the Swami. I did say, but a Ghanaian times for headline, yes, if I'm more Roman coupon. I mean, indeed, the only business I say, almost Pesa almost now, almost could business as them. And someone could buy a dog of Kofa by and I had it for no. energy had no any
okay. Yeah, but also we press before I sorry them or we invite you. Over to me, the Lord's Prayer. Weekend, yes, Nananom Kremfo and Pennyfo, Mushia, Vice President Yampa.
No crapa.
Over Kumasi and Asamoana Mukushi. Okay, and Chimun, let's say, when the Kukusiano.
Dawson, imams, and all regional chief imams, and a handful, the minimum selected our info, and no income from penny for our Macamo, and your poor Cochiano. They didn't care your copana show. Say what bay, Yamada, come, my dear Podana, see. Ya Tramosa, your Podana, see. That my niece. And aside my duty and we are condemned to Kurazana or my baby to Abai. Come to Abanes in there, Abasaria, a boba could become on Mammy, the Cocobona Basso. Say Nampopon so Abuano. Yes, the Empire work a cry boy and Nampopon the Abuano. No any election. And I'm saying, Roma now or no Mujina or no Nana or time at 2 and class here more by a man. Yes, we are boys with a Mexican Bible. And woman couldn't be in. Near Cocobona Basso, a Chiano.
I see. Now, Mokoy, and once a witty me, I can be Kakrana.
Can be.
Oh, Matis, I say, Moko share and cry and say, even though we are Muslimi, and so, or call a Christopher Demo and Hamon and Jerry. Did you discuss any such thing?
Yeah. Discuss it,
Sir, didn't you?
The we're Muslim, we're a politician, and a political, warrior, a consists both Muslims and Christians. Any woman, Christians in the Mamu Hayana, yeah. And so no Pia Dichaka. And your bonnet saw the car, sorry then. Now I know Makudi Chaka. Or I walk or some Christians where Muslim no cover assume GNT and there was no good day in Kutahon. Now about Islam or a Muslim leader. Now by now say when the Christians of one quarter just say one said yeah a Muslim papa. Who's Muslim papa umpenkabo umpasumje you come sharing insurance umbiankan one and Kabomia to beer and our debate. That one Christians is Dichaka, the brave, almost bad sorry them. And any big dim commerce, sorry, call your conscience as to be a canon. One will be Bia so a baby as a Muslim, the day Juma. One moment Christians are banner sorry there. And no more be dim could come. And no more Busa will have. Isa and Nabi Isa. Jesus Christ, no some not the buyer, and I may union penny no, and I may buy the shenma. For no more drink, I drink of my says, so and one, bear, and come by, what no man go one for Zoom. The thing I say, this ride in Islam. Next time, what they buy. Your commission, young coupon, kukuruko, when the children in politics. Young coupon, the circles in politics. Oh, Quran, was he brown? What's in my own crop? When you obey them, brown, what's in my woman? Let's say, Okoya, Kuma, din the mama, who will be Jenny through the commission, trying young couple or Casserano. And to an honor, good politician. What is him assembly so bad? And no more uniform. And no more uniform. And he or Cassan, this say, or no more edge. A man who said, Samary, some more the Amman. And maybe Omoko Omoko Kumbina Salman Farisi where patient ni where Iran ni and I ubusa ukujina abadi no busa konshene ze where no strategy ni bia na de revelation upon the mount no so a strategy ni bi no say ne yenyina ensoniti kotia na yenya nsono yeji na yenya nsono enya amode eno monko no say no kore no faaji adwuma enti democracy na ebi no democracy ni atenye uye ni say ana no nso apene so nti nyankopon na kirekire no wani nyina Quran wo de busa kampani bia wo suna Quran ya tiate obekani nyina achiro wono so na kwan so ohihye nyina enua na yensu yedi so wanya woya so ya eye wanya enye nti se dia Christian for no mi tikaka no ejisana vice president wono so tie jese Urisu okwa asori dem no akosom no abanya me dem no akosom enti no kansem ni pagro no okasa no ye se na on twinsan na on kokoro na no no mpacho on twinsan no kokoro na no mpacho ye se ikomse no ehia na sundia kare ni akwan na mo so na vice president wodi eya juma sana ne papa sharubutu Nisubaya no asundwenti ka sharubuto wa dampo bi ho o Christian ni magagara pa sharubutu wade no na dikaka mensa otabel every bi o sharu obedi ni birthday o ko kache sharubutu se no mo aboso kan nyam na ro so peso be two times break so form o nyina no so o contract obe ya o mesen koye o ma no kwa ma no koye wanga de gubri alobe ya mama ai sharubu sa na mo
Chief Imam, I come out the Obi send me text or say person we politics and brother politics until you are doing politics. How do you react to this?
Me politics right? So politics in the woman mayor. Again, the politics of crap, the conscience were politician. The conscience were politician. The politics there. Then they were then friends their politics. Then they friend politics. One time I said, politics in the idea. Sebi, I say, near say, near crack, and they friend politics. Now party politics,